I told you guys. I told you. AI is moving at an extraordinary pace. The speed in which innovation is happening, the speed of upgrades, improvements is absolutely mind-boggling. You guys have watched my year-end review of 2023, and you saw how I'm basically spending 2, 3, 4 hours a day in AI, and I use it all the bloody time. And I told you from my massive amount of time spent in AI last year that I have come across some of the most profound video editing tools out there, making and creating videos that are almost impossible to discern whether they are real or AI generated. Now, last year in 2023, those types of systems you have to pay for. Some of them are kind of expensive monthly fees. Some of them are open source, which requires a little bit of coding, but they're really powerful. But at the end of the day, you're doing all this customization. And frankly, I just don't even know, my friends. All I know is that OpenAI, Sora from OpenAI, has now changed the game. And there have been a lot of posts on Twitter, on X, a lot of videos on YouTube about it. I haven't seen all of the text to video prompts just yet. So I want to do, and I've never done this before, but I want to do a reaction video watching. It's going to be about, I think, an hour long. So if you want to hang out with me, you can see all of the text to video capabilities of Sora from OpenAI. And I'm going to give you guys my perspective and my thoughts around it. So let's jump right in here. So we're at openai.com/Sora. And if we scroll up, it's creating video from text. Sora is an AI model that can create realistic and imaginative scenes from text instructions. We're teaching AI to understand and simulate the physical world in motion with the goal of training models that help people solve problems that require real-world interaction. Introducing Sora, our text-to-video model. Sora can generate videos up to a minute long while maintaining visual quality and adherence to the user's prompt. So, this one's already been running, but I want to run it again. Guys, this is my reaction to all of these text to video prompts. I can't wait to get into it. So this first one, let's play it and let's talk about it. The prompt is: a stylish woman walks down a Tokyo street filled with warm, glowing neon and animated city signage. She wears a black leather jacket, a long red dress, and black boots. Look at this. Look at the fidelity of this. She looks real. Now, I'm looking at her feet, and she looks like she's gliding a little bit, not fully walking. If we look over here, if you look really specific, you can see that this face is a little muddled. Man, the lighting is just so good. The reflections. Oh my gosh. The imperfections of the skin. I mean, she's not ridiculously attractive, but she looks real. What in the world? And she's looking around. Oh, her hands are good. That's one of the main things. You know it's AI if the hands don't look good. These hands look great. Let's go to the next one. This is so cool. Prompt: several giant woolly mammoths approach treading through a snowy meadow. Their long woolly fur lightly blows in the wind as they walk. Snow-covered trees and dramatic snow. Wow. The toes look so rubbery. But this would be a great animation for an animated video, like a kind of a real-world animated video. I mean, certainly the background looks amazing. It looks real. These mammoths don't look ridiculously real, but from just a prompt, the fidelity, the consistency, the way that they move is captured. Man. Let's go to the next one. A movie trailer featuring the adventures of a 30-year-old spaceman wearing a red wool knitted motorcycle helmet, blue sky, salt desert cinematic style shot in 35mm vivid colors. Wow. This looks real. I mean, that guy looks real. Okay, action. He's running on... That guy looks real. He's staring off, and we got this spaceship going on. He's getting... What is he doing? I guess he's opening up the hatch. But guys, come on. From this prompt that's what, 30 words long? We're getting this type of video? This looks fantastic. Prompt, drone view, waves crashing against the rugged cliffs along Big Sur's Garay Point Beach. The crashing blue waters create white-tipped waves while the golden light of the setting sun illuminates the rocky shore. A small island with a lighthouse sits in the distance, and green shrubbery covers the cliff's edge. The steep drop from the road down the beach is a dramatic feat, with the cliff's edge jutting out over the sea. This is the view that captures the raw beauty of the coast and rugged landscape of the Pacific Coast Highway. See, you know, one of the things that I've really learned over the last year of messing with AI is the fact that you really learn how to write better with detail, right? All of these details that were in this prompt give an entire AI model the ability to amalgamate all of your ideas into one. And so one of the things that I've learned is that not only do you need to learn how to be more descriptive in your text, more descriptive in the way that you describe what you're doing, use a lot more words, right? And there's almost a cadence to it. So one of the things that I think many people are learning as they move into their AI journey is how to prompt better, how to write better, essentially queries, and how to write better narratives around what they want. And so certainly this type of detail, look at this. The lighthouse looks great. We got some people up here, I guess, hanging out at the lighthouse. They've added that. Some cars in the background, making it look like they got a park. I mean, the detail of this is outstanding. An animated scene features a close-up short fluffy monster kneeling beside a melting red candle. This art style is 3D and realistic with focus on lighting and texture. The mood of the painting is the one of wonder and curiosity as the monster gazes at the flame with wide eyes and open mouth. Its pose expression convey a sense of innocence and playfulness, as if it's exploring the world around it for the first time. While the use of warm colors and dramatic lighting further enhances the cozy atmosphere of the image. So here's my first thought. When I'm looking at this, my first thought is you could literally create an entire animated short. 15 minutes, 30 minutes. You could even make an entire movie out of just prompts. What you do is you create your base model of this character. Let's say this is how you want the monster to look in your story. You harden the base model, and then you just write scene after scene after scene after scene. The monster starts in his bedroom. He wakes up in the morning. He looks at his clock. He wonders what time it is. It's clear from his facial expressions that he's late for work. And then next scene, next prompt, he jumps out of bed. I mean, you can create an entire movie with just text. Amazing. A papercraft world of coral reef, rife with colorful fish and sea creatures. Okay, so this entire video is using papercraft to create these sea creatures in different angles and different views. Very cool. Look at that. I bet some origami experts can probably do all of this stuff. Looks good. I like how it zooms in. A close-up shot of Victoria crowned pigeon showcases its striking blue plumage and red chest. The crest is made of delicate, lacy feathers, while its eyes are a striking red color. The bird's head is tilted slightly to the side, giving the impression of it looking regal and majestic. The background is blurred, drawing attention to the bird's striking appearance. See, let's be intellectually honest. The first time you see this on a TikTok reel, guess what? You thinking this is real. All the way. No doubt. Full stop. You think it's real. Look at the way it moves. Look at the way it cocks its head and moves back and forth. I mean, come on, guys. It looks real. A photorealistic close-up video of two pirate ships battling each other as they sail inside a coffee cup. Oh, is that what this is? This is cool. Now you can, if you look real close at, if you look real close at this one as it's going around in the coffee, you can see that it's blurry a little bit and it's not fully like in the coffee. But let's be honest, you take a quick look at this, you thinking this is real. You thinking, well, you don't think it's real. It's two pirate ship in a coffee cup. But I mean, the creativity that you now can unlock. Like, let's think about this right here is a DMT experience. This is a psilocybin. This is a magic mushrooms experience right here. So I'm not promoting these types of recreational chemicals, but I will tell you this, is that whatever you see in a, let's just say, chemical-induced state, you can now, if you are cogent enough, you can now prompt that into text to video, and it can recreate what you have seen in the netherworld. Wow. A young man in his 20s sitting on a piece of cloud in the sky, reading a book. I wouldn't have known that if I didn't see the prompt. I guess I would be looking at mostly up top, but I guess they're showing just enough of this cloud, which looks kind of like it's made of cotton candy. Oh, it's moving. The cloud's moving. Wow. Well done. And frankly, guys, look at this. Look at his face. He looks real. He looks real. Let's go on to the next prompts here. Today, Sora is becoming available to red teamers to assess critical areas for harms or risks. We're also granting access to a number of visual artists, designers, and filmmakers to gain feedback on how to advance the model to be most helpful for creative professionals. We're sharing our research progress early to start working with and getting feedback from people outside OpenAI to give the public a sense of what AI capabilities are on the horizon. Well, this is actually one that I've seen multiple times on X. This says historical footage of California during the gold rush. And this is one of the main videos that prompted me, no pun intended, to do this video review for the first time. Now, I've never done this video review type of stuff before. This is the coolest way to do a video review for the first time. I mean, this looks real. This looks old school. Got the guys on horses. You got horses over here. Whoa, 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 whoa. I saw an artifact. Is this a guy? Let's make this larger. This looks like a half a horse right here. Looks like it's kind of messed up, doesn't it? So it's not 100% perfect. Like, what is this thing right here? What is this artifact right here? Is this a little dude? And so it's not 100% perfect, but guys, if this is running in the background, or, this is the opening scene for a movie, you're looking at the text, right? You're looking at the intro credits and all that stuff. You're not worried about all the details in the background. And man, this is like such a cool way. Think about a drone flying into this old school town back in the day during the gold rush. Was that 1920s? I don't know. Maybe they're late 1800s. But daggone, so cool. Let's go to the next one. What's this? A close-up view of glass sphere that has a Zen garden within it. There's a small dwarf in the sphere who is raking the Zen garden and creating patterns in the sand. I mean, this, what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 30 words right here. 30 words, and you have this 10-second clip of this cool dwarf. I'd call him more like kind of like a gnome, I guess. A gnome who's clearly, it's so cute, and it looks good. It's got the reflections of the outside without the reflections of the camera. Oh man, this looks great. An extreme close-up of a 24-year-old woman's blinking eye, or eye blinking, standing in the Marrakech during magic hour. Cinematic film shot in 70mm, depth of field, vivid colors, cinematic. At first glance, it looks real, but as you look at it closer, you can tell the skin is just a little too perfect. But daggum, it is close. And all of this was created from, again, about 30 words of text. Wow. A cartoon kangaroo disco dances. Well, you know what? There you go. This was a hallucination out of someone's mind, and they thought, you know what? A cartoon kangaroo disco dances. Oh, it kind of reminds me of my default prompt. I don't know about you guys, but I'll tell you a story real quick. Anytime I go to a computer store, whenever I go to a computer store and I'm smashing on keyboards, let me ask you this. Do you have a standard thing that you type on dead keyboards just so you can test the keys out? I do. I'm not going to tell you what it is because it's not safe for work. But I will tell you my default prompt whenever I'm messing with new models and anything in AI is mushrooms and frogs. So I'm always like, cute frog on a mushroom or something like this. I bet this is somebody's default at OpenAI. Their default prompt when they're testing stuff out, they go to kangaroos dancing. I go to cute frogs on mushrooms. I get it. A beautiful homemade video showing the people of Lagos, Nigeria in the year 2056, shot with a mobile phone camera. They look real. They're chilling. This guy doesn't look real. That was a mess up. That didn't look too real. And the cars don't look crazily real. But certainly all of these artifacts, all of this, the perspective is off. The perspective is off. I don't know if you guys noticed, but we're going from, look how small this person is, and then it moves to these people sitting down, and it readjusts the perspective in the background here, but perspective moving towards them, they are like giants among these little people here. So it's not perfect just yet, but man, I mean, at first glance, you'd say, okay, these people are talking. They're talking. They're engaging. She's smiling. Man, it's the small, subtle details that this AI model is able to add in that creates the realism, right? If you ever think about a video game, an open world video game, and there's NPCs doing their cycles, right? They're doing their routines, right? They go walk here, turn right, walk here, turn right, walk here, turn right, walk here, turn right. And they basically just walk endlessly in a square around the town. You can tell in a video game, if you're thinking about it, you can tell that all these NPCs have routines. They have patterns, right? And that's what clearly, in many ways, makes it obvious that you're inside a game world, not a real world. The subtle nuances of the actors and the way that they create these characters, like they're doing little things. Like she's right down here, she's messing with her little kid. That's a subtle nuance that you see and you recognize because you've seen adults messing with their kids outside because their kids misbehaving. It doesn't happen all the time, but you've seen it just enough so that when you see it in the corner of your eye here, it doesn't pull a flag in your brain and says this is fake. It's like, no, this is real. This happens sometimes. And so it's like those subtle nuances of the modeling and the generation of these images and videos clearly that just make the realism just that less obvious, A petri dish with bamboo forest, growing with it as tiny red pandas running around. Oh, dude, that's so dope. These pandas are running on like 2 legs, not 4 legs, so that's a little funky. But certainly, I can't wait to get my hands on this. Man, I want to create little petri dish with pandas running around in a laboratory, dude. This is just so cool. The camera rotates around a large stack of vintage televisions, all showing different programs. 1950s, sci-fi movies, horror movies, news, static, 1970s sitcom, etc. I could see this being part of an MTV music video back in the 90s as a blip on the screen for sure. Maybe it was Rage Against the Machine or something like this. Looks good to me. Well, this is cute. A 3D animation of a small, round, fluffy creature with the big, expressive eyes explores a vibrant, enchanted forest. The creature, whimsical blend of rabbit and squirrel, ooh, interesting way of saying it, has soft white soft blue fur and a bushy striped tail. It hops along inside a sparkling stream, its eyes wide with wonder. The forest is alive with magical elements, flowers that glow and change colors, trees and leaves in shades of purple and silver, and small floating lights that resemble fireflies. The creature stops to interact playfully with a group of tiny, fairy-like beings dancing around a mushroom ring. The creature looks up in awe at a large glowing tree that seems to be the heart of the forest. See, you can create an entire amazing story just with prompts. The world, the visual world, your visual world in your mind can now be extracted, can now be downloaded from the matrix, the divine matrix of your brain to reality. I mean, I just want to experiment with this stuff, guys. Sora is able to generate complex scenes with multiple characters, specific types of motion, and accurate details of the subject and background. The model understands not only what the user has asked for in the prompt, but also how those things exist in the physical world. Here we go. The camera follows behind a white vintage SUV with black roof rack as it speeds up a steep dirt road surrounded by pine trees on a steep mountain slope. Dust kicks up from the Jeep. Wow. Now, this foliage and this forest does look very, let's just say, Gran Turismo-esque. So it does look video game-ish. But the Range Rover, or the Land Rover, whatever this is, SUV, Danover, looks real. And certainly the dust kicking up look real. I mean, see, here's the thing. The fidelity of this video is better than a video game. Now, we do have Unreal Engine, which is just fantastic, and I should probably do a review sometime on Unreal Engine. If you're interested on that, I should just let me know in the comments below. But I've spent some time with Unreal Engine. So the Unreal Engine is amazing for video games. This is just a fidelity a little bit better. And what this can do to video games, obviously movies, commercials, any type of media application. Man, if you're looking just for clips, if you're looking for just, it should not cost you millions of dollars to create a commercial anymore. You can hallucinate it with AI. Prompt: reflections in the window of a train traveling through the Tokyo Whoa! First off, can I say I was shocked? Right here. Boom. You see her. And second off, I lived in Tokyo for 3.5 years, guys. So this looks like I'm traveling from Meiji Jingumai over to Shibuya or Omotesando. Wow. That's so. Are you guys catching this? The fidelity. It looks real. And then, boom, here she comes. Wait, I got to pause that. I got to pause that. What in the world? Wow. And, of course, she looks Japanese. Now, she's got this pom-pom thing going on in her hair. But look at this. You got a guy hanging on the side. You got a lady in the background. Don't know what this is right here. But, I mean, since it's moving... Oh, come on, guys. The only prompt was reflections in the window of a train traveling through the Tokyo suburbs. Imagine if they added in 50 more words, 100 more words into this prompt. How detailed it could be. It already looks fantastic. A drone camera circles around a beautiful historic church built on a rocky outcropping along the Amalfi Coast. The view showcases historic and magnificent architectural details and tiered pathways and patios. Waves are seen crashing against the rocks below as the view overlooks the horizon of the coastal waters and hilly landscapes of the Amalfi Coast, Italy. Several distant people are seen walking and enjoying vistas on patios of the dramatic ocean views. A warm glow of the afternoon sun creates a magical and romantic feeling to the scene. The view is stunning, captured with beautiful photography. Wow. So here's the fact. For me, I don't know if this is real or not. I don't know if this is a real structure in the Amalfi Coast of Italy. I wouldn't know. And frankly, you probably wouldn't know that either, unless you've visited or been or have experience in the Amalfi Coast of Italy. So my question immediately, is this actually an abstraction of a real coast of Italy, or is this a hallucination using patterns that it knows about Italy and completely created this brand new, never existed before scene? I have no idea. All I know is that in the future, when I'm watching news about the Amalfi Coast of Italy, I'm just not going to believe any of it anymore. How am I going to know? How am I going to know if this is made up or not? How am I going to know? The answer is, I'm a single man living in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm one dude. I've traveled the world, but I haven't seen everything. And frankly, I would not know. What applications can this be used for? The mind is a jungle, my friends. A large orange octopus is seen resting on the bottom of the ocean floor, blending in with sandy and rocky terrain, its tentacles spread out around its body, and its eyes are closed. The octopus is unaware of the king crab as it crawls towards it from behind a rock, its claws raised and ready to attack. The crab is brown and spiny with long legs and antennae. The scene is captured from a wide angle, showing the vastness and depth of the ocean. The water is clear and blue, with rays of sunlight filtering through. The shot is sharp and crisp, with a high dynamic range. The octopus and crab are in focus, while the background is slightly blurred, creating a depth of field effect. Wow, come on. Come on. This looks like a National Geographic Explorer video of an octopus messing with the king crab, and the king crab somehow gets tangled up in it, and then, let's go. Now, these legs of the king crab look a little jellyish, so they don't look really hard, and they don't look like they're moving the way I think they're supposed to be moving. But at the end of the day, would you know? Would you be focusing on the king crab with those jelly arms, or would you be focusing on the octopus? I mean, the octopus looks great. It looks great. It looks real to me. A flock of paper airplanes flutter through a dense jungle, weaving around trees if they were migrating birds. Oh, man. Wow. Well, they're disappearing into the trees. Man, this is like a hallucination out of DMT. A cat waking its sleeping owner demanding breakfast. The owner tries to ignore the cat, but the cat tries its new tactics, and finally the owner pulls out a secret stash of treats from under the pillow to hold the cat off a little longer. Are you telling me that this is all AI generated from a prompt? She looks real with the red nose. She looks real from the way that she's interacting with the cat. The cat looks real. The bed looks real. The way that the what is that? The cover, the sheets folds over, looks real. The hand looks fine. Oh, come on, guys. This right here is the cat's paws look a little funky. If you look real close, it's got 3 arms. 1, 2, and 3. So it kind of morphs out of this arm here if you look real close, but dadgummit. At first glance, you would not be able to tell the difference between this and real life. Borneo wildlife in the Kinabatangan River. Oof. They look pretty. And if you had no idea about the Kinabatangan River, then you'd have no idea if this was real or not. They look good. Certainly the water looks good. These colors look a little faded. They should have made it a little bit brighter. A Chinese New Year celebration video with Chinese dragon. Wow, look at all these people. People look real. Oh, the faces. They're not messing up with these faces. It's all about the faces and the hands. If you can fix the faces, you can fix the hands. You can make them move in real ways, like these guys are moving right here. Let's widescreen this. I mean, this looks, if you caught this on a newsreel on CNN or MSNBC, you would think that this is real. And imagine the difference between this prompt right here and adding the words "bomb explodes" in the background. I know I have my brain moves to terrible places, my friends. But think about it's just too much fake news out there, my friends. It's just easy to go to that idea. Let's go on. The model has deep understanding of language, enabling it to accurately interpret prompts and generate compelling characters that express vibrant emotions. Sora can also create multiple shots with a single generated video that accurately persists character and visual style. Tour of an art gallery with many beautiful works of art in different styles. Well, certainly looks like your typical art gallery with lots of different arts and styles, and each of these arts are different styles, and these arts are all AI generated, never seen before, completely novel and new. Everything's novel and new. Beautiful, snowy Tokyo City is bustling. The camera moves through the bustling city street, following several people enjoying beautiful snowy weather and shopping at nearby stalls. Gorgeous sakura petals are flying through the wind along with snowflakes. Let's make this large, guys. This looks awesome. Again, I've lived in Tokyo. I've lived in Korea. I've lived in Tokyo, Japan. I've lived in Korea, Seoul. And this is not only beautiful, but it is directionally correct in its coloring, color tones. I mean, they're smashing a lot of details into this side street here, but certainly there are side streets just like this with vendors on the left, outside vendors. You got inside vendors selling food open to the street. This little temple right here looks a little funky. I don't know what that is coming at the very end, but Tokyo is a mash of historical architecture smashed right up against contemporary architecture. And they also have a mishmash of it as you walk in certain areas of Tokyo for sure. And there's just such a hominess to like this type of season, and they even got they got the Japanese letters. And I mean, a video like this just brings me home. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel like I'm there. And maybe I'm just getting sappy and emotional, guys. This AI is affecting my emotions. What's going on here? A stop-motion animation of a flower growing out of a windowsill of a suburban house. Stop motion. Okay, cool. So it's growing progressively. Looks good to me. The story of a robot's life in a cyberpunk setting. Okay, so this is a quick montage of the robot growing up and doing stuff, hanging out. These humans don't look exactly real, but certainly a very fun scene. It's fascinating how they add in all of these details to these scenes, and it's not overcrowded. It's a nice balance of just deep tech, deep messiness, but like thoroughness and fullness of the scene. I mean, really well done, AI. An extreme close-up of a gray-haired man with a beard in his 60s. He is in deep thought, pondering the history of the universe as he sits in a cafe in Paris. His eyes focus on people off-screen as they walk, as he sits mostly emotionless. He is dressed in a wool coat suit with a button-down shirt. He wears a brown beret and glasses and is very professional appearance. And at the end, he offers a subtle closed-mouth smile, as if he found the answer to the mystery of life. The lighting is very cinematic, with the golden light and the Parisian streets and the city in the background. Depth of field, cinematic 35mm. Wow. I love the subtle addition at the end that he shows on his facial expressions that he's figured something out, right? He's building up here. He's thinking, he's mulling it off. Yeah, that makes sense. I get it. Okay, here's the payoff. Yeah, it's going to come. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Got it. Wow. Well done. Well done. Wow. I'm just enamored at the detail of the hair. It's so good. The facial expressions are so good. A beautiful silhouette animation shows a wolf howling at the moon, feeling lonely until it finds its pack. Okay. This would be like a cute cartoon animation that you can put together. This one's long. Ooh, wow, it's a full minute. So he's howling. He's walking, trying to find his homies. Oh, his homies are joining him. Oh, the moon's going down. Moon goes down fast in this world. Or maybe it's just the angle. Silhouette animation. He's still howling at the moon. Interesting how they create the... Oh, and the pack is here. I could see this being like part of a holiday, like this type of animation would work in like a holiday commercial, you know? New York City submerged like Atlantis. Fish, whales, sea turtles, and sharks swim through the streets of New York. This is how you change the contemporary into just something that's fantastical. You know, there are movies that you guys have seen in the past that are just fantastic imaginations and fantastic hallucinations of one man, many men, and many women's minds as they put these movies together. But with AI, you can do it all within 20 words, just like that. And the more that you fine tune it, and that's the key, is that once you kind of find the base of what you want, you can start fine tuning and hardening facets of what you like. And that can hone in the narrative. It can hone in the visual cues. It can hone in the specifics and the aesthetics of what you want. I mean, the amount of power that we're going to be able to have from just regular text prompts is, the future is just going to be amazing with AI. A litter of golden retriever puppies playing in the snow. Their heads pop out of the snow, covered in snow. Wow. You could totally see this on like a holiday card or an Instagram reel or a quick commercial of just absolute cuteness going on. They're kicking up the snow. It's perfect. I'm looking at this. Let's widescreen this. I'm looking at this, and it is essentially flawless. Look at this thing. It is essentially flawless. Now, the hair, well, not essentially. The hair doesn't move a little bit. I think it should move a little bit. But, come on. Flawless victory, guys. Mortal Kombat. The current model has weaknesses. It may struggle with accurately simulating the physics of a complex scene and may not understand the specific instances of cause and effect. For example, a person might take a bite out of a cookie, but afterward, the cookie may not have a bite mark. The model may also confuse spatial details of a prompt, for example, mixing up left and right, and may struggle with precise descriptions of events that take place over time, like following a specific camera trajectory. Okay, so these are some mistakes that they've made. Ah, I see. So what's nice here is they're showing with transparency some of the downsides to the model so far. And when I say downside, it's not downside. Opportunities that they need to improve from the language model, from the interpretation, from the more data in examples. Once you start filling this thing up with data, this stuff will it's going to almost self-correct itself. Right? A basketball through a hoop then explodes. Boom. Oh, and the basketball goes through it. Okay, I see. It's kind of cool effect, though. Archaeologists discovered generic plastic chair in the desert. And it's like floating on its own. Oh, wow, that was... Come on. Can we just appreciate for the second that these are not real people? These are AI-generated people that when they move in small ways, they look real. Like she looks real. Like if you just forget the floating plastic going on, right? It's when they try to reach out and engage with this object where their hands get a little funny or floaty, or this guy's arm gets a little bit long right here. He's about to grab it. His arm's going to get super long, right? That looks weird. But if they're not interacting... The AI has figured out how to make humans look real moving. That's hard. A grandmother with a neatly combed gray hair stands behind a colorful birthday cake with numerous candles. Oh. Is she trying to blow it out? She leans forward and blows out the candles with a gentle puff. Oh, the candles don't go out. I see. She's laughing. She's kind of looking a little. She's got the crazy eyes. She's got the crazy eyes, guys. Safety. We'll be taking several important steps ahead of making Sora available on OpenAI's products. We are working with red teamers, domain experts in the area of misinformation, hateful content, and bias, who will be adversarially testing the model. Oh, so you can't do that prawn, guys? Can't do that prawn just yet? Wow. Let's go through these. AI generated all the way. A happy, adorable otter. Close-up shot of a chameleon. Looking pretty real to me. A corgi vlogging itself in tropical Maui. Very cute. Looks like a credit card commercial. A white-orange tabby cat is seen darting through a dense garden. Wow. See, this is one of the powerful things with AI, is this visual perspective right here is something that would be a challenge if you were to do it live. Not only would you need to have the cat obey the commands, keep walking through this area, but you would have to have a cameraman and someone holding them, stabilizing them, so that they can get this unique shot from down under the cat. But why would you even worry about that? Because now you have AI to do it all for you. You just tell it you want the angle of approach, you want the angle of capture, you want the main actor in the scene to do X, Y, and Z, you want this stuff to be flying by them. Guys, it is all possible with text to video with OpenAI Sora. The aerial view of this Santorini during the blue hour, showcasing stunning architecture. Amazing. Amazing. Now, see, I wouldn't even know if this is real. If this is real, amazing. They've been able to create an AI-generated version of the real thing. But if it wasn't real, I wouldn't know. Tilt shift of a construction site filled with workers' equipment and heavy machinery. Looks cool. Looks cool. A giant towering cloud in the shape of a man looms over the earth. The cloud man shoots lightning bolts down. Oh, we're like Zeus now. This would be great for a Disney movie. Something like this. A Samoyed and golden retriever dog are playfully romping through a futuristic neon city at night. Cool. Ooh, this is dope. The Glenfinnan Viaduct is a historical railway bridge in Scotland, UK, that crosses over the West Highland Line between the towns of Mallaig and Fort William. Wow. Super cool. Sora is a diffusion model, which generates a video by starting off with one that looks like static noise and gradually transforms it by removing the noise over many steps. Sora is capable of generating entire videos all at once or extending generated videos to make them longer. By giving the model foresight of many frames at a time, we've solved the challenging problem of making sure the subject stays the same even when it goes out of view temporarily. Similar to GPT models, Sora uses a transformer architecture, unlocking superior scaling performance. We represent videos and images as collections of smaller units of data called patches, each of which is akin to a token in GPT. By unifying how we represent data, we can train diffusion transformers on a wider range of visual data than was possible before, spanning different durations, resolutions, and aspect ratios. Wow. And there you have it, my friends. Sora. Sora AI. We have gone 44 minutes. This is my review of Sora for OpenAI. I am absolutely amazed is the best way of looking at it. I think my color commentary as we went through those videos speaks for itself. I think it's clear what the implications are, is that truly in 2024, you can put a stake in the mud and you can say, in 2024, you saw the future of video. You saw the future of animation, and you saw the future in which It is truly impossible to know whether what you are seeing is real or not. I mean, are we going to be massively entertained in the future with amazing AI creations? Absolutely. Are we going to be completely pwned by fake news, fake videos, fake events, terror attacks, false flags? Absolutely. Welcome to the show, guys. Welcome to the show. Man, amazing. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash the like button, and I'll continue doing stuff like this if you like it.